Remember when everyone was coming up with those Cars spin-off movie ideas? Boats, trains, motorcycles, helicopters. It was right when the Planes movies came out and they really fueled the flame. People were going nuts. Fan-made posters, animations, stop motions on YouTube, all that crazy stuff. And honestly, I think a lot of people actually believed that they were doing all these spin-off movies. I mean, there's a really good quality boats poster on Google Images. Like, I literally Googled it right before I started recording. It ain't bad. It could totally fool somebody who isn't really in tune with what's going on, because unfortunately, no boats, no trains. I don't think it's really feasible to do spin-offs of those types of vehicles. Planes, absolutely. Cars, obviously. But I don't know, these other ones that have very limited mobility and restrictions, like if you can only traverse in the water, if you can only traverse on a track, and of course motorcycles, like again, this is the age-old question. What does a Cars motorcycle look like? We know they exist because we've seen like the handlebars, but maybe that means like they're like deer. But then I thought the like tractor does from Planes Fire and Rescue were like deer, but then again they put up the handlebars like antlers and like bars and stuff like taxidermy. Oh my gosh. The lore of the Cars universe is making my mind explode. But yeah, guys, welcome to the finale of season 3 of Forlorn Favorites. I just want to say that this has been such a fun series for me to do over the last 3 years now. I cannot honestly believe it's been that long. Has it really been that long? Wow, yeah, it has, because I started in the fall of 2020. That was the entirety of season 1, and then season 2 started in the spring of 2021, and it went through until May, and then I started season 3 in the spring of 2022, but I split it up into 2 halves, 7 episodes in the spring, 7 episodes in the fall, so now we're into November. Wow, crazy stuff. I think going forward, this is the way I'll do it, like 7 episodes, then 7 more episodes. That's like how The Walking Dead does it. They'll release 8 episodes and then wait a couple months and do the rest of the season, which is my favorite show ever. So gotta mirror them, right? But yeah, guys, hopefully you've been enjoying the series and season. I try and truly select cars and vehicles, of course, that people don't know about as much. People forget about them. They go by the wayside. They slip under the radar. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff out there like that. Like I could continue on doing more and more seasons. Not sure if I will, but if I do, as I mentioned a couple videos ago, I probably will open up the series to Disney Store and Tomica items, because there is a lot of stuff, a lot of characters from those lines that definitely are forgotten about. I think one of the best ones is Krabby here, yet another boat that the Disney Store did that totally could fit with the Mattel stuff. Maybe it's a little small, but it's one of the best pieces in my collection. I love this thing. It's so great. I don't know. This is beautiful. I'll show them a little bit later in the video. But yeah, guys, today we'll be focusing on this yacht, though, which is from the Hydro Wheels line back in like 2015. This is a yacht that doesn't appear in the movie. However, I will show you, a picture of Porto Corsa, the bay and all that, where you see hundreds of boats, that look like this, but there isn't one exactly like this. This is a Lightning McQueen fan. Clearly, he's got the 95 decal there. He's got the 95 flag, and he's got a bunch of, I don't know what these are. Maybe these aren't like other, they could be like, that's, looks like the French flag. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the arrangement of the stripes, but those are just like random flags to me. Or maybe they're like Italy provinces. I don't know. Excuse my ignorance, but I don't know what those flags are. Either way, it doesn't appear in the movie, but we can all imagine that it exists. And I will put like a fan-made name in the title. I honestly don't know what to call them at this very moment. So if you leave a suggestion, maybe I'll put that in the title as well. But you might already see one there, because this guy needs a name, right? They just released him as like Hydro Wheels yacht boat or whatever, and he did come with a Hydro Wheels Lightning McQueen. It was a pretty cool playset from, of course, now, wow, almost 7 years ago or something like that. Crazy stuff. And yeah, a lot of people don't know who he is. Fun story. I sent my friends like a zoomed in image of his eyes. Like all you could pretty much see was like that, okay? And no one got it. I mean, somebody did, but for the most part, these people struggled immensely with it, which I was surprised about. Like, I feel like I don't know, he just looks big, looks kind of plasticky to me. It looks like a sticker, but yeah, people really struggle with it. So anyways, we're just going to dive right on in here. Being a plastic item that's meant to go into the water, most of the stuff on him are sticker decals. They aren't painted on. And you could see like the line around it there. This guy's getting a little dusty, unfortunately, but I don't keep him in like a case. You know, this guy's he's got to live out in the wild. And in the wild, I mean like on top of a shelf where he might get a little dusty, but I tend to dust him frequently. So you have the 95 decal there. Couple levels here. You know, you got those windows there, which is pretty cool. It'd be cool if you could actually go inside the yacht, but no. Anchor, World Grand Prix decal. A little smile. He's a happy boat. What's there not to be happy about? You're watching the World Grand Prix. This is the race that McQueen actually wins, like the only race in the entire franchise that McQueen wins, so you better be watching. I don't really like how dark his eyes are. Like, I don't know, it just seems that it shouldn't be that dark, but looks good. Maybe they did that because like when water gets on it, if it was white, it would stain it or something, but yeah, looks pretty good to me. On the top here, you have some of the lights and sirens. What should be sirens? They're all painted white, but this is all like your radio equipment and everything to signal out to lighthouses and other boats. And then you have the 95 flag right there, which even that looks to be a sticker. Yep. Yep. You could see the glare right there. It's a good one though. Another 95 sticker. Actually, yep, I thought that was a decal for a second, but that one's a sticker as well. Now, funny enough, this is the 95 from the Hudson Hornet Piston Cup version of McQueen, which was, of course, his paint job at the very beginning of Cars 2. And later on, he kind of scrapped that bolt design there for the World Grand Prix flame design. So this boat, you know, if you're going to rationalize it, got his merchandise for McQueen when he had his old paint job there. And there you have all the flags I was talking about. See, like that one, again, it looks like the French flag, but I don't know if that's the arrangement of the stripes. I'm sorry, I don't. That's definitely like not a flag though. Like there's some of these here that I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not a country's flag. Some of them do look like country flags though. So if you know what these are all meant to be, please let me know. Like, I'm not sure if, again, like I said, these are like provinces. I don't know what you call them in Italy. Like, they're not states or provinces or territories or regions or whatever, but maybe like Rome has a certain flag or Florence has a certain flag, whatever. Sicily, I don't know. Hopefully one day I can get over to Italy or Europe in general. Now, what I really do like about this boat, on contrary to some of the other plastic items that we review in the Forlorn Favorites, whether it be like, you know, the cranes or even the Colossus dump truck, which I haven't reviewed, but it's definitely one I'm considering doing in a future season, if there is a future season. They aren't really in scale. Like, they're too small, right? This guy, on the other hand, I mean, you could fit a couple cars back here, and it's how it should be, right? Maybe you should be a little bit bigger because sometimes you see cars that can sit up here, you know, in the movie and whatnot, at that nose point, but Fabrizio can comfortably chill up here, and you could lock the gate on him, and he's having a grand old time. And if he invites Corinne up here with him, I mean, that sounds like a perfect date right there. I mean, whoo, watch out. Watch out what happens on the boat, guys. But yeah, no. Like, there's plenty of room up there, and since he has wheels, he rolls pretty nicely. Now, there's something special about his wheels, which I think is so creative. It's something that I think I'm a pretty creative guy, but I never would have thought of doing this. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, it is the fact that his wheels are not completely circular shaped. They're like oval shaped, as you can see there. See how it kind of spins around and vacillates? They're not perfectly circular. So when he rolls, it looks like he's, you know, bouncing up and over the waves, which I just think is so cool. I mean, look at that. You can't get anything better than that. And he goes backwards perfectly fine as well. Oh my God, I love that. But yeah, this guy is still meant to go into the water though, despite, you know, him having wheels. You can put him in the water. I've never will, unless I don't know, something weird happens in the bath. I don't know, somebody convinces me otherwise. But to this day, I don't foresee that ever happening. But yeah, this is a really sturdy like gate right here. You can see like you have to really get some force going to put it down. And he's got some tiny wheels here in the back. Let's take a look at all this jargon. 2012. So yeah, he was released around like 2013, 2014. I guess 2013, because that looks like 3052EAAA. I was just so perplexed by this date stamp for a second. Like, it looks like each digit was stamped differently. Like, that 2 is like perfectly readable, but that 3, not so much. That 0, not so much. Those A's, meh. So yeah, it must have been like an early 2013 release if he was made, you know, in the last 50 days of 2012. So a little earlier than I thought. That means this guy, holy, oh my gosh, guys, this guy is like on his 10th birthday right now. It is very close to the 10th birthday of this plane. Boat. It's late, guys. Let's think about this for a second. So this is coming out sometime in mid-November, whatever. I don't know the exact date. I'm pre-recording this on like October 22nd or whatever. He's coming out. He was made on the 305th day, which would be early November. Wow. It's probably past the 10th birthday, like his 10th anniversary of being alive, of being produced, but still pretty cool, pretty close. I had it all planned, guys. Yeah, I planned that out. But yeah, that is it. Actually, no. Let me show the other 2 boats that exist. So Mattel has only put their feet in the water, stuck their toes in the water a little bit, like that pun. Because this is the only boat they've ever done. The Disney Store a little bit more bold, though. They've released Krabby here, of course, which has this amazing water stand, like with wheels. That thing's so cool, man. It's one of the best Disney Store releases of all time. I mean, I will do a video on this guy eventually. There's a lot of Disney Store stuff that I want to review, and Krabby is among them. And yeah, I can almost guarantee you that if there is a season 4 of Forlorn Favorites, Krabby will be one of the mascots of it because, again, opening up to Disney Store stuff, and Krabby absolutely deserves it. Now, again, like I said, Krabby I think is a little bit small because Finn McMissile should fit literally like under these boxes, but he like barely even fits right here. So there's that, but it's still extremely detailed, and it's even like die cast. Like part of it's metal, which obviously is rare because the yacht's all plastic. And what I'm about to show you, look at that guy, by the way. Bet you guys don't know where that came from. What I'm about to show you here is also completely plastic, and it makes sense because he's gargantuan. And it is the badass himself, Tony Trihull, the warship that the Lemons employ. One of the warships that they employ, because there is another one. But I guess you could say this is the more iconic one that pops up at the end of the movie in London and almost kills Finn McMissile, but ends up killing himself. Cars 2 for you. Do the lights still work up here? Evidently not. This guy used to make noises and whatnot. I thought this house used to pop up. His gun used to pop up right here. No, I want his gun. Where can I pop up his gun? Oh, well. I'm pressing everything. But yeah, I can't figure it out. He used to have lights and sounds. Action doesn't anymore. But yeah, these two are hardly comparable because it's like literally a warship and then a yacht. But I just wanted to show the 3 boats that exist in the Cars universe of diecast and merchandise and all that good stuff. But the yacht's the only one that Mattel has done. Mattel's kind of lame. They should do more stuff like this. Like, they should really venture out and cranes and all sorts of the weird stuff that's been in the movies. Like they do with the, you know, Big Daddy Dino, the Roland Chomp Dino. Guy's so awesome. They should do more stuff like that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the entirety of Forlorn Favorites. It's been, like I said, a lot of fun recording all these videos, and I truly hope that you agree with my choices because The series isn't for just reviewing. Like, somebody asked me to review Dale Earnhardt Jr. I'm like, well, I just reviewed him like a year ago, and two, he's not really forlorn. Like, we have to remember that this series isn't just reviewing anybody willy-nilly. It's reviewing cars that deserve that extra spotlight, and I certainly don't think that Dale Earnhardt Jr. does. He's great, I love him, but he's one of the most popular releases truly ever. Like, a lot of people go nuts for him because he's based on, a real-life person. Understandably so, but yeah, guys, thanks again. Peace out. Bye now.